Hi, everyone, and welcome to Qigong and Tai Chi for Sound Sleep. I'm Morgan from Kripalu, and I'm so excited to be with you. Our featured presenter tonight, Dr. Yang, is a leading researcher, and for over 3 decades has been a master teacher of Qigong and Tai Chi throughout the United States, China, and Europe. This evening, Master Yang will give you a sampling of his sound sleep program we're offering in May, and you will leave with some profound practices to do on your own. Joining Master Yang is Dr. Anna Krieger, who will help explain how the mind-body approach can help sleep. Dr. Krieger is a physician, scientist, and the medical director of the Weill Cornell Center for Sleep Medicine. I will be with you tonight behind the scenes monitoring the chat. So if you have any technical issues or questions about Kripalu, please message me privately in the chat. Within the next couple of days, you will receive an email from Kripalu with the link to the video of this class, and you will have access to it for the next 30 days. For tonight's class, you may want a mat or blanket available for lying down meditation, and a chair or cushion for seated meditation. Because the limited amount of time for class this evening, there won't be any time for Q&A. However, if you have a question, you may email Dr. Yang directly. I will place his email address along with the link for the program handout in the chat now. All right, that is it for me. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Yang.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining Dr. Krieger and me. First, I want to congratulate all of us for making through a very tough year. I just had my second dose of the vaccine. Wow, I slept for 10 straight hours. I realized it is a great way, but not a practical way for getting good sleep. So this evening, I'm going to share with you a method which worked for me, my students, and for sound sleep. And we will focus on elevating, reducing the tension in both our mind and body to improve our sleep. And so here is the flow of this evening. We will start with movement. Then Dr. Krieger will have a very short 5 minutes introduction to the science of sleep. Then we do seated meditation. After that, lying down meditation, my favorite before going to sleep. So before we start a movement, you might ask, what's your background about sleep? How you get into the sleep practice? Here is my insomnia story. Back in China in 1982, after I won my 3rd martial art championship title at All University Martial Art Tournament in Shanghai, I was introduced to a legend of Chinese martial art, Grandmaster Feng Zhiqiang. At the very first private lesson, we sparred. And the moment I touched this elderly man, I realized I knew nothing about martial art. His power, his energy embodied a famous statement about Chinese martial art practice. The older, the stronger, the wiser. He was sending me flying all over the room. And then he drew a Tai Chi symbol, which is a big circle, and with an S curve in the middle to indicate the yin and the yang. He asked me, do you know where you are, young man? I said, I don't know. He said, you have not entered the circle yet, which was a very gentle way to tell me I knew nothing about the art. I asked, how can I get into the circle? And how can I get your energy? He said, you need to start stillness practice, standing, sitting, lying down meditation. I followed his teaching religiously. 1 month into the training, I asked him, I really appreciate the energy the practice brought me, but I have a good problem. Before I met you, I had bad insomnia. Now the opposite. I could not wake up. He said, your body is catching up on the sleep. No, don't worry about that. And then it will go back to your normal sleep. Actually, in about a month, my sleep normalized. So since then, I started teaching a movement and a meditation combined curriculum to help people with sleep. That was my insomnia history. Okay, now we're gonna start with the stillness this grandmaster showed me. The very first one, standing meditation. But I want to warn you, this is very counterintuitive, does not make sense. This is why they call that $1 million secret. Okay, very simple, let me show you. We stand about shoulder width apart and bend your knees slightly. Raise your arms chest height. Imagine you are 2 inches taller. And then think about we are standing in water. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And imagine we are standing in water. The water is moving slowly and randomly. What we are doing now is sensing where we have tension. The tension is very bad, which affect our sleep. Immediately, I find a tension in my shoulders and drop the shoulders. Then I lower my arms a little bit to rest my arm. Now I find tension in my thighs and I let it go. Keep thinking about we are moving with water. The water is moving our body slowly and then randomly. You might say, I have not found any tension yet. That's the problem. We all carry tension all over the body. We just don't know. Let's just find one more tension. Now I find in my lower back. Great. Because this is an introductory class, so we just do a very short standing so you get a flavor of what this practice. Now with this concept, let's do our first movement. It is called monk's kick. It's a martial art drill. And we're going to first learn the pattern. Then I will explain to you how this practice helps sleep. Okay, so let me show you the movement first. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's get the pattern. I'm going to turn around that make it easier for you to follow me. Okay, we start from here. Ready? 4 counts. First step to the left with the left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you might say what this has to do with sleep. Now, what we're going to use this practice to help sleep is think about relaxation. We are working on relaxation in motion. So when we do again, just think, stay as relaxed as we can. Okay, let's do that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we just did is cultivating relaxation in motion. But in the martial art training, this is one used to prevent hip and back pain. Many of us know pain is a risk factor for sleep. So let me show you how this prevents pain. So when we do this one, after warm up, we can gradually kick higher and higher. Let me show you, and eventually, not tonight, and gradually as you proceed, you can hit the foot like this. So that is really, I do this daily, 10 kicks to prevent my hip and back pain. Okay, now let's just have that intention. I want to use this swing to really open my hip and lengthen the spine there. Okay, let's give it a try. Just have the concept. Okay, good. Ready? Now make a little bit of effort to swing a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is to open our hip and back and lengthen our spine there. Okay, now the last factor of this exercise can help with our sleep is the cardio part. Because this is an evening session, we're not going to do that, but I'm going to show you. So here is in the martial art training, we also believe the cardio, the conditioning training will help us sleep better. Actually, Western science demonstrates that very beautifully as well. Okay, now here is you go quick. You're going to go this side, and then you go another side. You just keep like doing a cardio version of this exercise. Again, in the 4-week session, we might go a little bit deeper with this, but tonight, again, this is just the taste. We just, so you get the concept, okay? Now, let's do our next movement. It's called washing organs. So let's do together. Here is breathe in. This is using deep breathing to help us sleep better. And then breathe in. Very simple, straightforward. And breathe out. Breathe in. If you want, you can use your nose to breathe in, breathe out through your mouth. Whichever way works for you, okay? Breathe in and out. Let's use deep breath in and out. So in addition to the deep breathing for sleep, we can also get routine. So in martial art, you really want to have a good balance. So what we can develop that is just using this deep breath in and then have a clear intention. We are sinking our energy, our qi going through the body all the way down. Again, breathe in and sink the energy deeply into the ground. And from the name, you probably can guess this is a cleansing movement. So we are taking anything in our body we don't want, take them out of the body. And again, breathe in. We are cleansing our heart, our lungs, our intestines, and out. Again, breathe in and out. Actually, people also use this one to get rid of their negative thinking. Let's let go, anger, hatred. Think about if somebody driving you crazy, think about we are all different. And Confucius' famous saying, everyone can be my teacher or a reminder. So anytime we have a negative thoughts, that's only going to hurt us. We are doing this deep breathing, get rid of that. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Great. So now let's do our standing again. So let's just see whether we can sense more tension in our body. Hugging a big tree. Imagine we are standing in front of a tall evergreen tree in Central Park in New York. The weather is beautiful. And we are hugging this big tree. Then let's sense any part of the body we have tension. If we have not found tension, be patient. We have about 90,000 miles of nerves throughout the body. All we need is give them time to sense where is the tension. Then we can randomly move the body. When we gently move the body, that might help us find where the tension is. We also want to use this practice to help us with our back. So we can raise the arms, imagining our hands are reaching the ceiling. So when we lengthen the body, we are creating more space in our muscles, tissues, and the nerves. So the energy, blood, and the oxygen can reach wherever they need to go. Whoever needs the nutrients there. Now let's lower the arms. And the drop of the arms and the planting the arms into the ground. But still keep our body 2 inches taller. We are cultivating relaxation and the rooting at the same time. Great. Now let's do our next Qigong movement. It's called Rising Dragon. Let me show you. Let's try together. I'm going to mirror you. So you are going to bring up your left arm, okay? Ready? Just put like this. 4 counts. And for 1, let's first get the pattern. Whenever we learn the pattern, we are working on our cognition. And then number 3 and number 4. One more time. Number 1, lengthen the body. Number 2, rotate the arm. Number 3, turning the body, drop the arm to shoulder height. And then sink the body, drop the arm. Okay, please stay. I'm going to turn around. So let's try. Keep your left arm there. Now we're both having our left arm up there. Ready? Number 1, lengthen the body, reach the ceiling. Number 2, turning the palm facing the window. Number 3, turn the body. And then sink the energy into the ground and bring left arm to the front of the chest. One more time. Number 1, lengthen the body. We are opening the body. And then number 2, neutral position. Number 3, turning the body and palm facing down. And then let's drop the arm, bring the arm back to the initial position. Now let's try the right arm. Ready? Number 1, lengthen the body, reaching the ceiling with the right hand. Number 2, turning, palm facing the front. Number 3, turn the body, drop the right arm, palm facing down at the shoulder height. And then drop the arm and back to the neutral position. Again, let's lengthen the body. And rotate the arm. And then turn the body. And then drop the arm. One more time, lengthen the body. And turn the body to neutral position, but then continue number 3. And then drop the arm. And back to the neutral position. You might ask the same question, what this movement has to do with sleep. There are several factors there. Number 1, relaxation emotion. And once we pay attention to the relaxation part, our whole movement, big change. Okay, so the second factor, so when we lengthen the body, we are really creating more space for the muscles, for the tissues, for the nerves to get more nutrients to prevent pain. The third factor, you probably noticed, I'm constantly rotating in a martial art training. It's another practice to prevent pain. So here is this unique practice, and then constantly rotating to prevent pain. Again, pain is a big factor affecting our sleep. Okay, let's try again one more time with this several factor in mind, and then let's pay attention to that. Okay, so let's put our left arm in the front. Ready? The first trip, let's pay attention to relaxation. And put 1 and 2, 3, and 4. 1, again, relax the body. 2, 3, minimum effort, and 4. Now let's pay attention to the rotation. Number 1, you see my arm is turning, palm is facing the brick wall. And then number 2, I'm rotating the arm facing the window. Number 3, I'm turning the body. So it is called a spiral energy to open the body and then sink the arms into the ground. Great. Let's try the right arm. First, again, just to focus on one thing, relaxation and motion. So we all spending so much energy and creating so much tension in our daily activity, just do not know it. Now let's pay attention to it, relax as much as we can, and move the body. And go down. The last trip, we pay attention to the rotation. Here you see our right arm is rotating and our body is turning. And we continue to turn and drop and finish. Okay, so don't worry about, if you cannot remember, because we are going to upload the video. So for a month, you can have plenty of time to practice. Okay, now let's do our next movement, which is called gathering energy from nature. So let me show you first, and let's do together. Put your left foot in front. I'm mirroring you there. So put the hand in front of you. And then 3 counts. First, again, learn the pattern. 1 and 2, 3. Now let me turn to the side so you can see me having the side view. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's try the other side and put another foot in front. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let's relate that to our sleep. First one is deep, relaxed breathing. Okay, let's try this side. Right foot in front. Ready? 1, breathe in. Breathe out. And then let it go, natural breathing, don't worry about that. And then deep breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. And focus on breathe in and out. Let it go. Let's switch to the other side. Again, deep breathe in and out. Again, deep breathe in and out. Okay, now we use the deep breathing for sleep. The next factor of this movement to help sleep is in Qigong in China, people use this one for sexual function. I think Chinese medicine and Western research and both demonstrate that a healthy sexual life can lead to good sleep. And so this one is used to enhance men and women's sexual function. So how we accomplish that, which is all you need is to think about, I am taking energy from the earth. Let's do this, put the right foot in front, let's do it together. Okay, we're gathering energy from earth into the body. The energy is going along the spine and then coming out from our arms. And then going down. Again, focusing on the in, the energy coming into the body from the bottom of our pelvis. And then going out. And then go down, down, down. Again, breathe in the energy from earth. And going out. And then let it go. Let's balance the body to the other side. Again, breathe in and out. Going down, breathe in and out. Drop, drop, drop. One more time. Taking in the energy and coming out from the arms. And let it go. Actually, this exercise, I call this Chinese Kegel exercise. It is used for the prevention of urinary incontinence for both men and women. So how we accomplish that in conjunction with the enhanced sexual function is when you bring the energy in, you are contracting the muscles in your pelvis floor and then going up and then coming out. Okay, let's give it a try. So put right foot in front. Ready? Let's take the energy in the meantime, contracting the muscles. And then relax the muscles. And then going down, 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 down. Now focus on the contraction and taking energy in and let it go. And drop, drop, drop. Now we are contracting. Now imagine the energy going up and reach out and let it go. Now let's try the other side. So here, ready? Now I'm going to recommend even a higher level practice, which is you think about when you're contracting, can you stay relaxed? Give a thought. Let's try. Breathe in, but I'm not tensing up the whole body. And then let it go. Let's see what that means. How can I contract but not tensing up the whole body? You can do it. And then go down one more time. And then breathe in and breathe out. So now, always when you do this exercise, the Chinese Kegel exercise, always followed by washing organs to bring the energy down to our energy center. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Great job. When we do the lying down meditation, we are going to do some of the movement we just learned. Okay, now I'm going to invite our esteemed Dr. Anna Krieger to give a talk to you now. Okay, please welcome Dr. Krieger. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Young. This is always amazing. It's always a pleasure to see you, and very kind of you to invite me to join today.
Thank you.
So I'm going to share a few slides for us to review today. And the goal is really to give everyone a bit of a sample of what will be part of the program that will be upcoming in May for the 4 weeks of this program. The idea is to combine the amazing skills that you're learning with Dr. Young with some more deep knowledge about sleep and the sleep science, and trying to integrate the knowledge that you're acquiring to improve your sleep. So we'll start with a quick sleep quiz. So which of these functions are affected by sleep? Immune regulation, hormonal levels, brain function and cognition, mood and alertness, or all of the above? So I'm sure that probably all of you, if not all, most of you got the right answer, which is all of the above. So proper sleep is actually critical for maintaining a lot of the brain activities. So all of the aspects that we reviewed before are factors that are regulated by the brain. However, the brain cannot function optimally if it's not resting. And the rest comes from the theory that it applies to your physical health as well. You need to train, you need to have adequate nutrition, and you need to have a pause in activities. So the proper rest for the brain really is associated with sleep. Other practices like meditation and contemplation can also allow the brain to rest, but sleep is quite critical and we can't really function without it. That's the piece of the cycle of your day that would allow the energy to be recycled and recharge your brain for the daytime activities. And we know that sleep is a challenge for most of us, particularly living a modern life that we have with so many demands. So we can see here in the media, there's a lot of discussion about all the challenges that we experience with sleep. And we know at a personal level that often we steal time from sleep in order to do other activities, or maybe professional, personal, leisure, family activities. So we have to keep in mind that preserving time for sleep is going to be critical. Other times our mind is too busy and it's hard for us to quiet down. And the practices that you're going to learn with Tai Chi and Qigong will be very important for us to learn how to quiet our minds and be able to sleep better. COVID, of course, has not helped. We know that with the lockdowns, changes in our mental and physical health, we have really had a major effect on our sleep. The environment has changed. Our ability to be outside and get light exposure and maintain a proper routine has also been affected. So we know a lot of people have noticed the schedule of sleep, the quantity or the quality of their sleep have also suffered during this period. What sometimes we don't know and we don't pay much attention is that there is an internal rhythm to sleep. And during the course in May, we're going to be discussing a little more depth about this cycle. So basically we have cells that are responsible for keeping a rhythm for our sleep. And they depend on environmental cues. So those cells that we see on the chart in green, they basically detect the amount of light the brain is exposed to. So they are sensitive to light and darkness. And that's why when we discuss about the use of electronics or very light emitting devices close to bedtime, and we say that they are not appropriate, it's because the brain really takes that information from the environment. So we have to be very careful, because the oscillations of those cells now regulate our other functions of the body in the rhythm of sleep. We also know that there are different stages. So in a given period of sleep, we go through different cycles, because the neurons, they communicate in the brain through chemical signals and they generate electrical activity. So you put a little electrode on your forehead, you'll be able to detect this electrical motion. And now we can see on this chart, and we will be discussing that again in a little more depth during the course. This is to give you an idea that each period of sleep consists of different cycles, and the cycles are different as the night goes on. Not a single cycle is identical to the next one. And the deeper stages of sleep, as we see on this chart, are the ones here on the bottom where you have more synchronized and deeper activity. And those tend to happen on the earlier parts of the night. So our goal would be to, in addition to all the techniques that you're learning from Tai Chi, it's really to focus the course on getting you to learn tools to provide a proper timing of your sleep, a proper duration for your sleep, and improve the quality. Because we know there are many sleep disturbances out there. Insomnia is one of them. There's sleep apnea. There are other periodic limb movements and restless legs, and other conditions as well that can affect the quality of your sleep. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you again in May and give you more information about sleep. And thank you so much again, Dr. Young, and we'll continue to learn from you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Krieger. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, now let's work on our mind. If you don't mind, grab your chair, or you can sit on cushion, wherever you feel comfortable. Okay. Let's take just 1 minute, make sure you're set up and in a sitting position. Okay, now let's talk about the mind for good sleep. In our approach, we use quiet contemplation to absorb abiding truth and transform challenges in life to wisdom and tranquility, which can lead to a tranquil mind. And Lao Tzu, a Chinese philosopher, stated it succinctly more than 2,000 years ago. 知常月明. If you understand life's abiding truth, you will attain enlightenment. So here is a story. One day, I was stopped by a neighbor in New York. He didn't know my name. He called me Mr. Kung Fu. He said, I am in a difficult situation. I am stressed out. Can you help me? I said, I will give it a try. He told me that his wife of a 10-year marriage is leaving him. He could not sleep, even with the help of pills from his doctor. I asked him how many years of the marriage he considered good. He said 9 out of the 10. Only the last year was difficult. And he admitted that His wife had done many wonderful things for him over the 10 years. I said, let me share a Chinese grandmother wisdom. 君子记恩不记仇. For any valued relationship, a wise person, therefore a happy one, only value the good and let go the unpleasant. In the end, his wife did leave him, but the whole process was a smooth one, and he was able to sleep better. Now, let's meditate on this story and see if the wisdom can help you with your challenge as well. I'm going to ring the bell, then we enter silence. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Let's remind ourselves for any valued relationship, family, friends, work, or neighbors, a wise person, therefore a happy one, only value the good and let the unpleasant part go. Remember, no complaints. Be grateful. Gratitude can lead to a tranquil mind and sound asleep. Now let's open our eyes. We do finishing movements. It's called washing organs. You remember this? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in deep. Breathe in fresh and powerful energy from the nature. And to cleanse our organs. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Let's rotate our energy center, which is our abdomen area. Doesn't matter which direction you go, because we're going to reverse the circulation there. 1, 2, 3. Now let's have a moment of gratitude. Thank you. And in the May program, we will pick up different themes and also share different abiding truths, help us to cultivate tranquil and a happy mind to help us sleep better. Okay. Now we have a few minutes. Let's do some lying down meditation. Let's put a yoga mat on the floor and do it. And that's my favorite part. What I recommend is you have a good yoga mat or a blanket on the floor. Just avoid lay down on a cold floor. From Chinese medicine, that's very bad to our body. Okay, so you can put a cushion under your head. And then if you need another one, put it under your knees. Go ahead. I don't need one, but I just want to show you in case you need one. Okay. So let me see this. So we are going to do two things. One is we don't have time to go through all the movement we learned, but we will do one, which is the washing organs. We go through the body. Okay. And then the second one, which is sinking the energy into the ground. In the martial art training, one thing we learn is how to really own your body, so you can really execute your energy wherever you want to go. Let me give you one example. So if I want really express energy going that direction, I can go this. I can go to the front. I can go this. So for that and how to develop this explosive energy, one way to do is you lay down on the floor and then imagine you are sinking energy into the ground. And then if I want to go the elbow going back, so I need to sink energy into the ground so my body listens to me. So, but that is an extremely good tool for you, for me too. In case you wake up in the middle of the night, you can see practice sinking energy into the ground. Actually, you can also use that before you, to prepare you to go to sleep. Okay, now let's first do the washing organs on the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna lay on the floor here. Oh, I have this microphone here. So let's put our hands on the side. And first, just drop the energy into the ground. Just relax. Imagine we are all laying down on the beach in Florida. Now let's breathe in. It's exactly like what you just did, washing organs in a standing position. Breathe out. And then go to the side. Breathe in. And breathe out. You might need to breathe faster than me. Just whatever make you feel comfortable there. Go ahead. And breathe in. And breathe out. And then let's put our hand best on our abdomen, which is our energy center. And relax the body. Now let's try again. Drop the hands, the arms on the floor. And then slide up. Feel free to modify the movement to feel comfortable. If you have shoulder issues, you may not be able to drop the arms to the floor. Modify the movement. Again, drop the hand down. And gently move the arms up. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Now let's put the hands on the abdomen again. Now let's drop the hands again on the floor. If you want, you can extend your leg. Now let's sink the whole body into the ground. And we're going to start from our feet. Imagine we are dropping and sinking the bones, the muscles of our feet into the ground. Now let's move up to our lower leg. Then we can move up to the kneecap. Then the sides. And experience what that means by sinking, dropping the bones, the big muscles there into the ground. Then we sink the pelvis. And we can wiggle a little bit, just a tiny bit of move, a little bit there. Now let's move up to the lumbar area. Drop the bones, the muscles, and the energy into the ground. Now let's move up to the upper back. And I have the picture, you are sinking your ribs into the ground. Then let's move to our shoulders. And our both arms. Let's move up to our neck. We can turn our neck a little bit. And continue to sink the bones, the muscles, and the energy. Now, how about our head? Our eyes, and a smile. Now let's put our hands on our abdomen, which is our energy center. One practice is called look within 3 times a day. Because this is, in the evening, it will be our last look within. we might have done a wonderful thing to help our family member, a neighbor, a patient, or even a stranger. We did that because it was aligned with our innate kind nature. It can be very small, it can be big. Be very proud of ourselves. We had a wonderful day. Now let's nurture ourselves so we can do good things for the world tomorrow. You don't have to get up. You can fall asleep there, but I will sit up and say goodbye to you. Well, we run over time. Sorry, but I really enjoy working with you this evening. Hopefully, we will see you in May or in the near future. Thank you.